Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Division C Grand Finals of the Hungarian Pro Series Season 4. We are jumping right into a ZVZ, as we are going to look at the main base of Szitas, our pink Zerg, going for a pool first, while pRaZzin, the orange Zerg on the other side of Golden Aura, will go for a hatch gas pool as far as I see. Alright, so it's going to be a bit of an aggressive opener here on the side of our pink keyboard. Let's see what Szitas can actually achieve with this. Only 4 links, so nothing too fancy. It's going to be like a... I think it was a pool gas hatch. And we're going to have the fast speed that we kind of got used to at this point, as the little Zerglings are moving across the map. If you're not familiar with the league, this has been going on for weeks at this point. It's usually like a month and a half, maybe 2 months. We already have the LAN event that's going to take place at the end of next month, on the 27th of July, in Budapest, that I'm also going to attend. I couldn't be more excited, to be honest. So yeah, the semifinals of the main division is already locked in. We have our 4 players, and now all that's left is to play the grand finals of divisions B and C. 2 best of 7s today. 2 BO7s. As we see a couple of links just trying to basically repel the other links. So yeah, it's a bit of an interesting opener here because both players opted to go for more links, and this is how it goes in ZVZ. So your opponent attacks, then you have the defender's advantage, then you go across the map and you will have to respect the defender's advantage. Right, but this is going to be a bit of a snowball here on the side of Szitas. She is actually pumping out a 3rd hatchery, which is going to put him in a really good spot. He is droning behind this, so he's not really going to see blood, but he's going to be relatively safe and go for a roach warren. Just try to get a couple more drones and go up to a decent worker count off of 3 hatcheries. Now he's a bit supply blocked. He's gonna get 3 overlords. I'll actually get 2 extra on top of the one that started producing, and now he's going to move across the map. In the meantime, pRaZzin will try to defend. Do we have any kind of tech over here? It's gonna be a bailing nest on the side of pRaZzin. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough or not, as we have more drones spawning and more drones being queued up on the side of Szitas. And the roach warren has finished. I would love to see a lair, because I don't think we saw a lair, right? No lair. Okay. No lair on either side, but we're going to have the 2... Oh, interesting wall off over here. This is not a common wall. Usually you leave like 1 spot and fit the queen perfectly over there, but in this case you could actually try and just put a spine or spore crawler and basically just keep it uprooted, and then you root as your opponent just steps on your side of the map, and you basically just, you know, just root it and don't let anything go into your main and your natural. Like that's at least the idea of the whole thing, right? The orange little buggies, the linkies as I like to call them instead of like Zerglings, are going to chase away the pink ones. It's going to be an interesting best of 7, guys. Interesting best of 7 for sure. Problem with ZVZ, it can be 4-0 either way, or it can be a 4-3 either way, or anything. Like, this matchup is so volatile, so fast-paced, that it's difficult to actually decide who's ahead, because you take like 1 bad move and you're dead. Now this is an interesting situation because we have no roach speed over here, I believe. Yeah, no roach speed. And 1-1 is going to be started on the side of pRaZzin, but Szitas is moving in with a lot of roaches. There's going to be 20 roaches versus 6. And Szitas is also ahead in worker count. Now the earlier aggression kind of paid off, and droning behind it was actually the best decision. Now at 49 drones, he is going to push the issue over here and try to pull forward even more. Maybe it doesn't kill pRaZzin over here, but I doubt it, honestly. There's too many roaches. The third base is falling. Broodlings will come to the aid of pRaZzin's roaches, but that's not going to be enough. There's a surround, and at this point it's just a couple of A moves away. More units streaming across the map. And basically this is going to be a clean and aggressive build order execution on the side of pRaZzin, sorry, not pRaZzin, on the side of Szitas. Let's see, is this going to be enough? It's going to micro with the cocoon, the Ravager cocoon. That is a nice and cute move over there. Messes with the AI if the other player is on a move. Now pRaZzin is trying to go back, but there's the GG. It has been called. That means Szitas will open with a quick 1-0 in this best of 7 grand finals. The second game is going to be Alcyone, or as we like to call it with Mr. Ace. Shout out to Ace as always. It is Alcyone, to give it a bit of flair because it has so many pronunciations. But in the bottom left side, we are looking at the main hatchery of our pink Zerg. It is going to be Szitas opening aggressively last game. Let's see what he's going to do this game, as his opponent pRaZzin is going to try and crawl back into the series, potentially equalizing to a solid 1-1. By the looks of it, they're going to set up at least 4 camera locations, so that is nice. Also should have Shift B. Oh yes, yes. Okay, both players will opt to go for a hatch first opener. So 16 hatchery, 18 gas, 17 pool. The reason why it's this order is basically you have to sacrifice 1 drone always to actually get a building. So you always want to keep 16 on minerals after you got your hatchery. That is kind of the rule. If I'm not mistaken, back in the day it was like 17 hatch, if I'm not mistaken. If anybody knows, then correct me, but I believe that was the case, and I believe it was literally the same exact idea, to keep 16 on minerals, and the 17th will always take a certain, or anything above 17 will take a certain building. Because what do you have in the early game? Like, if you get rushed, you have queens, you have zerglings, both cost minerals. Static defense costs minerals. Your spawning pool is 200 minerals. With Zerg, obviously, you will have a bit of a different approach to the game, because your production facility is your main structure, and the larva that you use to actually produce will have to be decided to turn into a worker, which will give you even better of an economy later on, as it's going to pay off a bit later in the game. Or if you need to do so, then you have to make combat units, of course. Now in ZVZ it's a bit more interesting, because usually people are quite aggressive, and we can already see that Szitas is going for speed and is going for a roach horn. Now this is plenty enough gas for 4 roaches. I believe maybe a 4th roach. There we go, there's the 4th roach. And maybe it's going to be like 1 Ravager, 3 roaches, something along those lines. Maybe it's just going to be like roaches all the way. We'll see how that is going to turn out. Interesting difference here. Both players are looking like opening standard, but pRaZzin should be aware that his opponent did not open with a 3 base. Now he's going to see the roaches move across the map. I'm trying to look at the minimap to see if his camera pans over there or not. Couple of lings. Now the dangerous ones are going to be the roaches. And there we go. He's going to actually realize what's happening. Spinecrawler's on the way. The third base is definitely not going to be the right target. Okay, he ignores it. He's going to move into the main, into the natural, sorry. Oh, potentially into the main as well. Let's see how this is going to turn out, as these two spies are not going to be in time. The roaches are also here, but one of them already gets surrounded. He needs to actually use these spies to tuck them away and just try to actually do something there. All right, and there's the quick GG on the side of pRaZzin. Is going to lose the second game, and that will give Szitas a huge advantage in this series. Beautiful Speedling Roach build over here. And after two grueling games, well, at least for the other player, let's see what our pink Zerg in the top left side of Oceanborn will come up with, as he's on fire. Just doing proper builds, being the aggressor, and actually capitalizing on the lack of preparation of his opponent. This is our pink Zerg, Szitas. And his opponent, he needs the energy. Let's see if he can actually bring it back. Score at least 1 point on the board, as he's going for a early pool. This is pRaZzin. Alright, so... Oh, actually both players... Are they... I love that, you know, somebody redeems it and they're like, why is it so, like, why is it so so quiet? And that's basically the idea. That's the idea, like, you're so bored that you don't even want to talk loudly, you know. Is this the same build? This looks like the same build, honestly. And from what I saw, this might look like a 14 hatch, but I'm not sure. I'm a bit confused because I have no idea what this build is. Now 6 links on the way for Szitas. Yay, ZBC, woohoo! Indeed. Some people love it, because, I mean, I don't mind watching it. Because it's fast-paced, right? It kind of eliminates, usually it eliminates the boring first 2 to 3 minutes that you have, like the stock standard, like, and the Reaper comes into the natural, starts chipping away at the links until the Queen gets out. When the Queen's out, the Reaper is going home, tries to deny the creep tumor, but there's no creep tumor because he's careful, or like, yeah, that tries the shading, cancels the shade, shades again, cancels the shade, shades again, finishes the shade, loses the adapt. Like, you know, these are your options. At least ZVZ can be a bit chaotic. Especially, I'm curious how this build is going to fare up against itself. Right? No, at least ZVZ, watching ZVZ, not playing. Let me clarify that. Plague was there yesterday when I streamed on Discord, and he knows how much I hate playing like 6 billion ZVZs in a row. I played 12 games, 2 of them were insta-leaves, and I won 2 games besides that, and at least 6 or 7 of them were ZVZs. So thank you, but no thank you. I don't want any more ZVZs. Unless I want to like practice a certain build, obviously. But then I actually like try to go for customs or something. And I'm gonna be like, yo, gamer, just... Sorry, I had to laugh so much at that line. Shouting at the brick wall. I don't know why I find it so funny. But yeah, I would be like, yo, gamer, please, I don't know, play pool first, or gamer, please play hatch first for me, so I can actually demolish you with a certain build, or see how it goes with this build against that build, you know? Or do this opener so I can practice holding it with like 15 hatch. Something like that. That's what I would do, but when you're on ladder... Okay, shameless plug here. If somebody is actually a follower of my main channel, the Mousy TV channel on YouTube, you probably, hopefully, if you haven't, then be sure to check it out. You also saw the second episode of Hero Rising, my ladder journey content, where I actually narrate voiceover after I played the games. It seems like I'm a ventriloque or something, but... And I predict the future as well, that's also what it seems like. But yeah, the idea is that I saw like a super weird ZVZ. In the meantime, a couple of Banelings will explode into not enough Zerglings, that's for sure. And like half a Roach. And that was like a 13 pool into Overlord. Okay, but would you choose? So yes. Oh, that's so true. We even played like good ZVTs, by the way. We might actually have to play some more, not just ZVTs, but I might actually have to try and learn how to play against like the SC Evo builds and whatnot. Yeah, it was that build, for example, because that's what we've been talking about. In the meantime, roaches are building up on the side of pRaZzin. There's a couple of roaches on the side of Szitas as well. The good thing is pRaZzin is going for plus on Carapace as well. Let's see how much it's going to impact it. But yeah, the idea is that on ladder I faced like a 13 pool, 13 gas, wait, was it 13 gas? I think it was 13 gas, 17 hatchery, but like 13 pool, or was it 14 pool? No, it was 14 overlord, 14 pool or something like that. I think it was something along those lines. And then 17 hatchery, but like 3 zerglings, 3 pairs of zerglings. And he tried to like spine rush me on the edge of the creep, like with the single drone, while I was doing a 15-14-14. Yeah, but like only a single one, you know. Like I pulled for the first time. I even pulled like a single, like sorry, like too many workers, probably like too many workers. Yeah, that's not a build. Obviously not a build, but that's what I'm talking about. Like sometimes you just look at it and you're like, huh? Like Mousy, huh? The emote. It's basically the perfect emote for that situation. Alright, in the meantime, actually that was not a bad scout on the side of Szitas. Is going to scout the infestation pit as well. Will we see infestors? That's the question. Let's just get back into the game a bit. No, it's gonna be an instant hive. Alright, 8-minute hive in ZVZ. It's actually crazy good. I love this. Let's see if we're going to get the same on the side of Szitas as well. By the looks of it, it's not going to be the case. And this game is probably the slowest and least eventful out of all of them, so far at least. There's like an imposter over here. This is timed life, not because it will die randomly or it spawned from somewhere. Yes, it spawned from somewhere, from the rear end of this mother trucker. It spawned from there, like down there. From the back, you know, it got pooped on the ground and boom. Oh, we did see infestors. 3 infestors have hit the battlefield. And we have a couple of Ravagers morphing. It's gonna be like, what, 7 Ravagers? Yeah, 7 Ravagers, more roaches coming out. pRaZzin is in a decent spot here. Szitas is actually behind in Carapace upgrades, but not that much. He's more behind in attack upgrades. Now we have a bit of a creep spread shenanigan over here. Oh, but this... Oh, Szitas. Oh my god, no. This was so bad for Szitas. Oh, imagine if he gets... Oh, no, the fungal! Beautiful fungal over here. It's going to definitely destroy all of that. The mousy sus emote. Let's go. Gamers like, what am I looking at here? Where'd the first fungal go? The first fungal hit a couple of ravagers and roaches on the top of the ramp. It wasn't a big fungal. The second fungal was actually big. The problem is, when you try to engage and you get fungal, you give your opponent a lot of time to work with. It's like a couple of seconds, you also lose HP, all that stuff. There's one more fungal, I believe. Uh-oh, no, never mind. There's not enough fungals over here, and that could actually mean that pRaZzin is overextending over here. Oh, the army supply is similar, but the problem is the defender's advantage. Beautifully dodging the biles is Szitas. He also has a couple of links, and he could instantly counterattack over here. 90 roaches in preparation right now, but there was no roach speed. The blunder. I didn't even realize. Oh no, there was no roach speed. That means these infestors, these roaches are going to fall. It is absolutely disastrous. A lot of ravagers are morphing. Not like this, pRaZzin. Don't do this to me, baby. It is not what you want to do, of course. And this game finally got kicked into overdrive. Oh, he's gonna take down the Ravagers. The Ravagers are so squishy. And now he is set up between the third and the natural. Everything that will pop will have to go through this line of roaches. The third base will fall for sure. And even the fourth is going to spawn a couple of roaches. It is still going to be mighty tough here. 11 more roaches coming across the map soon. Couple already joined, but there's 19, 20 workers that hit the deck. The base falls. And pRaZzin is falling apart. 100 supply left here versus 165. Similar worker counts right now. He had a huge advantage. He did not have road speed. He tried to do something, and he tried to go for an attack. He could have just tacked up. He had the advantage. He could have Vipers. He could have anything. And he just, I don't know, got greedy a bit and thought that he has it, but actually he did not. Not yet, at least. He had the advantage. Maybe he should have waited until it maxed out. Road speed would have finished until then, but now we have lurkers on the way for pRaZzin. I don't know if Szitas sees this. Nice the Haka. Nice the Haka announcer. That's for sure. Better than the Diva one. Better than the Diva one, 100%. I hear the Diva announcer pack and I'm like, you know, screaming from the top of my lung out of pain. Classic. Okay. Who the heck are you, my evil twin? Stop posting links. Imagine posting links, gamer. What did you post? D.va. What? Nightbot, please, what the fuck? Oh my god, what is this? D.va. Is VA like a domain? Nightbot is drunk, I'm sorry. Oh no. Lurkers coming in. Lurkers are going to burrow at the edge of the base of the ramp. How many lurkers do we have? We have 3 more lurkers over here. It's going to burrow potentially, right? Hive is not yet done, so these are lair tech lurkers. These are basically brood war lurkers. Short range. Not too scary if you bile them down. But there's not enough ravagers. So what do you do here? See the biles? It's going to miss widely. Domain of the bat. Are you serious? No way. You're trolling me. Are you trolling me? No, it's definitely not trolling me. You're not that type. I mean, not what? Who am I talking to? Like, anyways. So are you joking me? Or is this for real? Is it the name of the Vatican? Let's go. The Vatican. Literally the freaking Vatican out of all things. the domain of the freaking Vatican. And to my surprise, this game is still not over. Oh, but now the lurkers are actually going to do a lot of damage. A lot of roaches have fallen. A lot of them have been softened up, but actually Szitas walked into a couple of biles. Oh, but hydras are actually being bled out. A lot of workers fall. 34, 35 workers hit the deck. Oh my goodness. That is absolutely devastating. Down to 44 workers versus 80. A huge bank on the side of Szitas. He is maxed out. I don't have to look it up, I trust you. But do you trust pRaZzin's capabilities of chasing back this army with 3-3? I don't think it matters that much. He doesn't have the economy to actually do anything about this. He's going to transfer his main base drones. He forgot about the gas ones. He's going to try to move. Half hive, where are the Vipers? Good question. Diamond players don't use Vipers. Except me and you. And Heroku. Okay, low diamond players. See? Okay, below diamond 1. I don't know, like... Don't ask me questions like this. Why would you do such things? I'm sorry about the alt tab, by the way. I just thought that I pressed something because I fat fingered my stream deck. If you know, you know. Oh, files are going to connect. Was that an overseer? I think it was an overseer. Still 50 supply advantage for Szitas. Somehow, some way, pRaZzin would need to actually tech up to a better army. But now we're going to have 3-3 ultras. 8 ultras on the way. Does he have the lurker den? He has the lurker den. Does he have the upgrades for the lurkers? Nope. He's gonna go for +1 melee for some weird reason. He actually completes it. And yes, ultras are on the way, but they are not doing anything. Is this the miracle? Equal supply, ladies and gentlemen. What is happening here? I don't understand. I don't understand what's happening here. What? How is this happening? How is this happening? We have only 64 drones left for Szitas. We have 53 on the side of pRaZzin. Szitas has a massive bank, but does he have queens to inject with? He does, but he doesn't really inject. pRaZzin will clean up the ultras. Despite having +3 as well, these ultras will die super fast to the hydras. No chitinous, no anabolic. They are not going to have their key upgrades. Now their ultra rank has fallen. +1 melee will definitely not finish this game, and pRaZzin has burrowed in between the natural and the main, and now he's going to try and basically end the game here and now. Hopium indeed. Whoever was believing in pRaZzin, I wasn't. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't. He had a massive advantage, he lost it, and then Szitas threw the game out the window, literally, like from the 10th floor, from the Empire State Building. He just threw it onto the ground, smashed his own dreams, and now he's going to have to deal with a pRaZzin that will have momentum going into game number 3. And game number 3 will be played on side Delta. We are going to look at our pink Zerg first. Once again, he had the chances to put himself on match point. He actually failed to do that. Now let's see how he's going to bounce back from that mentally taxing loss that he suffered back on Oceanborn. Let's see. So far, it looks like he's going to open with something close to the standard. It is none other than Szitas, our pink Zerg in the top left side, going up against a momentum-driven pRaZzin, our orange Zerg, who made a really good stride to get ahead. Both players gonna go for a gas pool opener, which is going to be quite nice. But the important thing, pRaZzin had the advantage, threw it away, had a huge blunder, and then the boss from above said, "My dear son, you have another chance. Don't screw this up. And screw up he didn't, and he just closed it out in the end. Out of nowhere, just smashing ultras, smashing hydras, smashing everything, roaches, lings, drones, buildings, whatever you can find in the way, until he reached the main base, the natural, everything else. He just started massacring everything that was in his way, and he managed to close it out. Now let's see how this is going to turn out, because both players once again are opting for the same first 2-minute build order, but from what I see, we have a bit of discrepancy, because we have one drone less on the side of Szitas. It's gonna get that one drone a bit later, but both players are opting for a later hatchery. And pRaZzin will be patient. Maybe Szitas can actually scout around and see what's happening. That might be a good thing to do if you are not sure what your opponent is doing. And that is indeed going to be the case, but he's going to pay with a couple of lings. And that is absolutely not what you want to do. Now this is not the end of the world, of course, as the army supplies, as you can see, 8 to 7. It's not the end of the world, but what we need to mention is that this is once again giving pRaZzin a bit of momentum, right? So because he's like, oh, like, yeah, this is quite you know, an interesting opener, and we once again went for the same one, and you know, he just came with the links, and now I got a couple of his links. Because if we look at this, 3 links have fallen from the initial 6 without actually getting anything, literally anything. So that's quite huge. That's quite huge. And by the looks of it, we're going to have a 2-base roach attack over here. A roach warring coming up for Szitas as well, but already finished for pRaZzin. Now, the one thing that I hate about pRaZzin's build is he forgot the lair. I believe he forgot the lair. He's gonna go for extra gases, or at least a single one. I wouldn't mind if he would go for another gas, because this is quite a gas-heavy build. You need at least 3 gases, if not 4. Let's see if he's opting to go for a... Yep, there we go. He's going to opt in for that carapace upgrade as well. Now he's still ahead compared to Szitas. Even though Szitas's roaches are going to be faster, pRaZzin will have the upgrade advantage. Looks like pRaZzin is finally awake in this grand finals best of 7. He's going to start executing a couple of builds as well. Sees that Szitas takes the 3rd base, and he's somewhat safe to take it. A couple of links will actually try to disturb him in doing so. Now, I wouldn't want to show the roaches, honestly. Especially if you have no idea what your opponent is playing. But technically, you could have an idea, right? I guess that could be the case. Okay. This Overlord will potentially just die. Nicely controlling here by Szitas. It's going to even queue up and inject. It's not bad at all. Once again, the game is a bit slow, but look at this. pRaZzin will be a bit greedy and will go for a 4th base. Now, if you actually pull the drone on this line, then he is going to get away with it unscouted for now. Roach is moving across the map. Let's see if that's going to be enough. But +1 carapace is also going to finish. +1 is not finished for Szitas. He, I don't know, maybe he just realized that he's behind. And maybe he needs to just push forward. This is going to be 1-1 Roach Ravager versus pure Roach without speed. Oh no, and we don't have speed on the side of pRaZzin. pRaZzin, where is your speed, my good friend? You need glial reconstitution. Get the Roach Horn. Look at what you got. Maybe it's just defensive roaches? Maybe Hydras were the idea all along? Oh man, this is so confusing. Now he goes for muscular augments, which is the Hydra speed. Because Hydralists are, as much as I love them, they are quite a bad unit without any kind of upgrades. Once again, Szitas is going to be able to scout around and see the Hydra then. If he paid attention, then he's going to see that he also man, why am I forgetting stuff? Oh yeah, he also started an upgrade there. Because if you pay attention, there's like a bit of a wobbling on the building, so you can actually spot it. Szitas has a massive army supply lead over here, which is not bad at all. He's once again pulling ahead in supply. Yeah, has even extra supply to fall back to in case he like loses an overlord. Now he's supply blocked, and he starts 2 overlords. It's kind of having the Mousy syndrome. Maybe a bit less severe of a Mousy syndrome, because obviously I have the most severe one. Like, I'm getting supply blocks into supply blocks into supply blocks. If I could fix that, I would probably be GM. I mean, yeah. Wrong chat. Okay. Couple run-by links, I suppose, at least. Should be the case here. Just lined up. Do we have any Hydras? I don't think we have any Hydras. Do we? No, no Hydras. No Hydras, which is quite weird because Groove Spines, the Hydra range upgrade, has also finished. Finally, road speed finishes on the side of pRaZzin. Good job. But it's 131 army supply Szitas that is looking to move across with a huge clump of roaches. Look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. My apologies, had to take a screenshot, and for some reason it also alt-tabbed me. It is what it is. Okay, in the meantime, actually the run-by lanes are moving in and 9 drones have fallen. Okay, Bailey connects. Just softens up a lot of those links. Almost all of them. Man, I'm not feeling the casting today that much, am I? Not the casting, sorry, the production. The production. Casting is good. I'm having fun at least. Okay, these Hydras are not supposed to be in the front. Oh, and they're going to actually just take up some space. The Roaches need to get in front. Hydras have more range than Roaches, so Roaches need to tank. Oh, but a huge donation on the side of Szitas. Szitas is still close to maxed out. 143 army supply. He literally has close to 50 army supply advantage here. Oh, he should actually just try and surround. Like, this is chaseable. This is chaseable. 100% chaseable. 100% chaseable, I believe. This is gonna finish up +2 missile and +1 carapace. It just now starts +1 carapace. No hive on either side. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I spoke too soon. We also have... Wait. We also have a lurker then. Do we have upgrades? No. We have the hive, we have no upgrades. 3-3 could be started at some point. Oh, never mind. There's not enough money here. It starts 3-3 regardless. Interesting call. It's going to be Roach Hydra versus pure Roach. I don't think this is a fight you want to take like this. pRaZzin is going to get surrounded, and the Roaches are going to take down the Hydras as fast as possible, as they are going to be the backbone and the DPS of this army. And this is looking mighty tough. One good surround from 2 angles. A brilliant concave will surround pRaZzin's army, will take down the Hydras. No DPS for this army. He did not pull back those. He's going to try to pull away the drones, but he's going to lose that 4th base. then the third base could be the target, and then the natural, and so on and so forth. This is looking mighty tough. 52 army supply versus 94. The supplies don't lie, as they say. And this is looking to be the end of that momentum. Szitas is back in the driver's seat. He is pushing that that issue quite a lot. And finally, he closes out yet another game, putting himself on match point. And will Ghost River be our last map? That is my question. This is the perfect map for a Clown Fiesta, knife fight in a full booth type of ZVZ with rushes, lots of chaos, link bane, aggression left, right and center. Will it be that? Will we have a macro game? What's gonna happen? We'll see just about now, as we are looking at the main hatchery of our Orange Zerg, trying to crawl back into the series. He's losing. He's one loss away from being destroyed and losing this grand finals. Give him his energy, or at least yours, if you cannot give him his own. But nonetheless, let's see if he can do it. This is pRaZzin. And his opponent riding the momentum, just getting back into the driver's seat after a minor slip up, or actually a major one. But he's back, potentially winning a tournament in his own head. That's how you need to actually get in there. But he's on match point nonetheless. Whatever will happen, he is still going to be on match point even if this continues. This is our pink Zerg, Szitas. Alright, this is interesting. So we had a hatch block. Did we have a hatch block? I think we had a hatch block. I strongly believe we had a hatch block. We have a scouting drone over here. It's quite interesting. It's gonna float over here. Gonna check what's up. Oh, spine. Oh, that was actually a mistake. You wasted 150 minerals because you wasted drone as well. So this is a advantage to pRaZzin. He is up 2 workers, and believe it or not, this is actually significant in ZVZ. Quite significant, that's for sure. Let's see, this drone is going to make a spine. It's actually, I would say it's a panic spine. Is it? Seems like a panic spine, because pRaZzin is going for a third base, and Szitas is going to be aware of that. Both players are going for speed. pRaZzin's speed is going to be quite a lot faster. About twice as fast, right? So is it twice? We're not doing maths on stream. Neither on recording. We're not doing maths in general. Okay, spine is going to move down to the low ground, as it has less use in the main. Obviously you can just run by next to the spine and just see what your opponent is hiding. Queen trying to take down, or queens rather, both queens are trying to take down. They will be able to take down that overlord, which is going to supply block Szitas, which is absolutely huge. Supply block at 36. It's not where you want to be. Now pRaZzin has not spent the larva. He has 12 larva. That's absolutely huge. He's going for more drones. This is quite weird. Okay, I'm a tad bit confused, not gonna lie. He's on 19 workers. This is not gonna be enough. This is not gonna be enough, right? It's definitely not enough. How are we at 19 workers only? Did we just forget to press the drone key? Did we not have one of the hatcheries or more of them hotkeyed? I'm sort of confused. But we're gonna have... oh, tried to run by with that link, but kind of failed. In the meantime, we're going to have safety bailing nest, and we also have a roach warren coming up for Szitas, and it's gonna go for the lair upgrade. And this is how you want to do it. You want to go for the lair upgrade. You want to have the roach warren thrown down after that, actually, because the roach warren is going to finish up quite fast, right? So you kind of want like +1, then roach warren, evo chamber, then roach warren, and basically that's it. Just do your thing. Like, wait until your lair finishes, then you kind of can make like a couple safety roaches, of course. Obviously you cannot forget roach speed, because that's basically devastating. Alright, couple links will get sacrificed over here. 2 more bailings left here, and he could leave them on the ramp, to be honest. That would be a little cute trap for sure. Gonna try to link the natural and the third base. Oh, bailing is gonna go down. Oh, that's so unlucky. That is unlucky for sure. But in the meantime, 39 workers on the side of pRaZzin, still down 9 workers, which is absolutely terrible, if you ask me. Thirteen roaches on the way for Szitas. It's going to have close to similar amounts of roaches, but the big thing is going to be the 9 worker lead. That could be a lot of extra workers, like 6 workers and another gas, for example, which is probably the case, right? I mean, we have 3 gases versus 2 gases. That is a huge advantage in gas mining. These 2 queens are going to bring down these 2 overlords, actually. Third queen joins over here. Oh, and I think we have a culprit over here. Or do we? Where's the rally point set? That's the question. Alright, so rally point is actually, or was messed up, most likely. So that means when the rally point is messed up, I'm not sure. Okay, they are actually rallied across the map in certain locations. This is absolutely brilliant. It literally has the mental fortitude to rally overlords as they spawn. That is respectable, 100%. That's what you should do. That's what you should 100% do. Couple lingies, and the hit squad is moving. It's moving into position to attack. Oh, Szitas is probably going to not try, or should not try, taking down those rocks, because it's going to be quite difficult. Oh, there was a pull away. There was a couple of bailings, most likely. Yeah. Man, I'm lazy with the camera today. I'm sorry. I apologize. Now pRaZzin is going to try and do a counter attack, but is this going to be enough? Oh, that's a lot of roaches turning the corner. Single roach, another single roach. Couple ravagers might just fall, maybe a roach, ravager, stuff like that. Let's see if that's going to be enough. He's going to turn back, but Szitas has a massive army supply advantage. Now pRaZzin will have a spire finished up. Let's see, 10 more roaches on the way. We cannot really afford to actually make anything else. You need to have like, a peaceful moment. Oh, but pRaZzin is actually falling. 1-1 on both sides, and now he has to pull the workers. He has more workers, but is this going to mean that he's going to lose all of them? Now, Szitas can just back off, honestly. Lost mining time, 14 workers. A couple of roaches will still try to fight. They're going to go down. And now he's going back. 17 workers have fallen in the meantime. This is looking terrifying for pRaZzin. He's going to be able to hold on basically to a really thin margin over here. And actually, is he? Oh no, I don't think he is. Oh no, there's just, oh, more roaches have spawned, but there's 70 roaches on the map. Where are the rest of the roaches? Szitas is actually feeling it. He might see blood in the water. He might just try to actually end it over here. 10 more roaches on the way. Can he actually close this one out? Does pRaZzin have what it takes? He has 6 larvae, 7 larvae. He's going to morph a couple of ravagers. He's actually basing himself on the bios. He's going to check if there's any workers over here. He's going to see that there's not. He should know that this is going to be a full-on aggression from Szitas, as both players are not even close to supply blocking, but there's 20 army supply on the side of Szitas, and now he's going to burn up his bank. Does he have enough to actually do anything? 19 larvae still unspent, while pRaZzin is trying to scrape together a couple of those larvae. Make the most of them. Now, there was something dangerous over here. He went for an extra 9 workers, which honestly, I think it's ballsy AF in my opinion. And of course the issue is that although the supply overall doesn't really like differ that much, it's actually quite significant in the army supply, like 7-8 more roaches for example, you know, a couple of ravs. And now he's going to set up this concave, gonna try to dodge the bio but loses the ravager. That was the single ravager that was left. pRaZzin is on 64 workers. He's trying to actually gain a couple, get a couple of workers, and then just, you know, units after. His supply capped at 160. He needs to make an overlord for sure, because he's going to be supply blocked quite fast. This game is looking really good for both players actually. Szitas still has the army supply advantage, 56 workers, is trying to max out potentially. Now the important difference is going to be that there's 17 workers more on the side of pRaZzin, and if this goes on for a certain amount of time, then it's going to be really difficult for Szitas to actually break it after that. There's probably a lot of unspent larvae. 7 larvae unspent, that could be instant 14 supply, which would close the gap, actually would surpass Szitas in that regard. It's gonna move in. It's going to surround these lings. These lings are getting cornered. Oh no, the lings, poor lings. The lings have been cornered. Probably was a run-by squad. Overlord will go down, will supply block pRaZzin, but he is maxed out. He is definitely maxed out. He's going for the hive. 4 infestors will spawn on the side of pRaZzin. Sorry, on the side of Szitas. And pRaZzin is actually looking at equal army supply. Let's see how the fights are going to go. Couple of overlord bios will miss completely. Not going to take down that overlord. Do we have lurker dens? We have no lurker dens. We still have that spire, to be honest. Like, you can tech up to Great Spire. We can go for broodlords, vipers, of course, lurkers. Like, there's so many options. It's actually super nice. Oh, but now actually, oh, beautiful fungal. Second fungal will also hit. Oh, those are a couple nice bios. Oh, wait a second. Microbial shard. That's not. Oh no. That's not what you want. I think it was a misclick. I think it was a misclick, but I'm not sure. Maybe he thinks that it's like, I don't know. I'm not even sure what he thinks. Because Dark Storm doesn't work like this. Uh-oh. Once again, pRaZzin is in a bit of trouble. This time around, there's Hydras. Close to getting energy for fungals on those infestors. And this time around, it looks like it is going to be enough. 57 army supply versus 111. Third base goes down once again. Mutas will not really do anything, especially that there's Hydras, there are infestors, and it's going to mean the end of the Mutalisks. Honestly, just drop one fungal onto the Mutas and you're good. There could be too many roaches as well. And I believe we're going to see GG, and there it is. Szitas is the champion of the Hungarian Pro Series Season 4 Division C. What a match. I like it. I like it. I love it. And it was a fun way to see how these players evolved. In my opinion, they improved quite significantly. They experienced something other than the ladder. If this was their first experience, I think both of them actually played in the team league as well. But nonetheless, Szitas is our champion. Congratulations to both players, and a huge shout out to Szitas for taking this. The final score will be 4-1 as we close this series out.